Hi everyone, it's Jeffrey, it's Red Color, and happy July 4th. This is for the full moon in July 10th. I'm a little early. I'd rather be early than late. And of course, I got my little drink, so I'll manage. It's not going to be a long video. Um, so it's the full moon in Capricorn. And, Capricorn is all about structure. Capricorn is all about building things. Capricorn is very practical. So it's a full moon, a good time to begin. Well, to let go. Both. It's always both. And so, it's like, okay, well, this is the structure that I want in my life. Um, you know, it could be physical, could be, oh, like this is how I begin my day. That could be your diet, it could be your job, etc. I'm going to allot a certain amount of time toward building something. Like that's the energy. Okay, so I'm going to do a collective reading. You'll see. I already have it sort of figured out in my head. Sort of is the. So I'm going to throw 3 cards for the collective, and then I'll get a deeper understanding. I'm going to go by element. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going through every sign. It's too much. I have other things. Okay. So, have a hot dog for me. I love hot dogs. I don't eat them that much, but I really love them. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Really good. Okay. So this is for everyone. 1, 2, 3. That's how I throw it. The 7. The 7 of Swords, the world, and the sun. Wonderful. All right. The 7 of Swords, I mean, a lot of people see it as a thief. And he kind of is a thief. But the thing is, for me, the 7 is all about confidence and spirit. So it's this, for me, the understanding of the 7 of Swords is like there's an idea out there that's already, established. And it's like, I'm going to run and go get it and use it. I'm running with the ideas and I'm going to leave behind what doesn't work. So, like a good example of the 7 of Swords, I never do my things right. It's this one. I want to go up now. Yeah. Let's say you're working for a company and you see what they do right and you see what they do wrong, right? So you're going to go open your own version of this company and you're going to utilize what works and leave behind what doesn't work, like that. Like you don't have to come up with a new idea, you just have to make it yours. That's the energy of the 7 of Swords. You know, you want to open a certain kind of store, and you look around and you say, well, they're doing it right and they're not doing it right. I like the element of this one. I don't like the element of that one. It's like that, refining the thought, right? And utilizing and running with what doesn't work with confidence, what works, and then, leaving behind what doesn't. That's the 7 of Swords. Okay. And then I have the World. The World's really interesting. The World's the last card in the deck. So the World is really about there's a cycle that's been completed, and it's perfect as it is, and you got something out of it. I sometimes the way I see the World card is like this. You know what Intarsia is? Intarsia is when they take like hard stones and they make these beautiful geometric patterns, say on a box or something. That's what I always think of the World. It's like this ornate, beautiful, done object, and here it is, right? So now that you've understand the Intarsia, let's say you're using lapis, and you understand how the lapis works, and you put it into the wood, whatever. Now you're going to move on to um, jasper or malachite or something else, mother of pearl, because it's like what I've learned how to work with this. I learned how to make the shapes. And now I'm ready to like do something new. You know, maybe now instead of making a box, I'll make a platter, you know, be more challenging. Or maybe that I understand that now, I'm gonna put it into furniture. I'm just giving an example. So the thing about the world is something is complete and it's time to begin a new phase. Okay. And then we have the sun. Hi, Seascape. I hope you're having a nice July 4th. July 4th was never my thing. You know, when I was a kid, a lot of times we would go to my uncle's house. Oh, we got to go see the fireworks. They were so freaking boring. And for me, and everyone's oohing and eyeing. It's like, it's the same thing every single year. And everyone has to get together. It's really important. Oh, let's go watch the fireworks. Like, I don't know, maybe, you know, I always found it really uninteresting. Anyway, I like hot dogs though. And, hi, Patricia. And then we have the sun. So the sun is about illuminate. The sun is a really good card. The sun, first of all, is about clarity. You know, it's about seeing things really clearly. The sun is about abundance and fertility and freedom and growth. And, you know, it's a real summer card. It's a big time summer card. So you have an idea, you ran with it. You used what worked, right? You put it, you made it into something, and that's done. And now it's time for like a new inspiration, a new clarity. You know, so I've been working on this website thing, and it's going a lot slower than I thought it would. But I learned a lot through the process, and now I'm going to like distinguish and decide how to reform it because I have to, because it doesn't really work. And so I get clear on it, right? I get clear. It's like, okay, that part worked, this part didn't. This has to be redone, right? That's what the world is about. And that now I'm really clear about where I want to go and what I want to bring in, all the fertility. Lovely. It's good to see it from your house because, you know, we'd get in the car. We always went to Dairy Queen afterwards, which was good. Um, we'd get in the car and it was like sort of this hill, and it was so crowded, and everyone's oohing and eyeing. It's like I'd rather sit home and like, you know, play backgammon, watch TV, go on the hammock, eat another hot dog. All right. So that is for the collective. Now what I'm going to do, I love the dipped chocolate vanilla cones. That sounds good. That sounds good. Ice cream. I'd rather have cake. Much rather have cake. I'd much rather have cake than ice cream. Ice cream? I had a friend in New York. So he would come to my neighborhood and then we'd go to my house. You know, we'd go to dinner or we'd meet somewhere because I lived in Midtown. So people could come to me a lot. And he loved ice cream. So I always had ice cream. And like on the way home, we'd get, you know, whatever flavor. And then it would like sit in the freezer until the next time he came because I wasn't going to eat it. Cake, on the other hand, wouldn't have lasted 10 minutes. Boysenberry pie. Mmm. You know what I love? Peach pie. Oh, peach pie is incredible. Or plum pie. Mmm. You know, I'm so thin because like the baking is just not good here. In a way, it's a blessing. The way I miss it, but in a way, it's a blessing. All right. So that, I'm going to use that as the base. And, you know, I could time it, but I'm not going to. So first I'm going to do earth signs because it's Capricorn, right? Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So first I'm going to do earth signs. So I'm going to use this as a base, and then I'm going to throw cards on that. Fruit pies really are spectacular. I mean, is there a flavor that's not good? I mean, you prefer one over the other, but is there a flavor that's not good? No. 1, 2, 3. But certain fruits lend themselves more to it. Okay, this is for the earth signs. We have the 3 of Wands. We have the 8 of Pentacles and the Magician. These are really good cards. I mean, look, I have 3 big cards. Okay, the 3 of Wands is really the international card. So the 3 of Wands is like full of hope, full of creativity. He's down by the shore. He's let go of what doesn't work anymore. And then he's expecting good things to come in. But the thing about the international card is this energy of like, I'm going to look somewhere else. You know, I'm looking toward something else or somewhere else or a different culture or a different way of looking at things, a new creative way. It's a really good card. It's full of hope. Then we have the 8 of Pentacles, and, this is, okay, let's do it as a whole thing. You have an idea, you ran with it, right? And then you completed a certain cycle of it. And now you have this new clarity about where to go. And where to go might be a different place than you've gone to before. You're expecting good things to come in. You're going to get to work on it really diligently and learn a lot and enjoy the work and manifest what it is you want to manifest. That's a great reading. That's for the earth signs. Okay. Next, let's do air. Because I have Capricorn, then I go to Aquarius. Okay, so we're going to do air next. So air is Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. A pear pie could be good too. Yeah, a pear pie could be good too. So near my house in New York, there used to be like a really small farmer's market. They come like one day a week or something like that. But sometimes the Amish would come and they would have like these fresh fruit pies. Oh my God. All right. Air signs for the full moon in Capricorn. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, air signs. The 9 of Wands, the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. You're running with the idea. There's a certain part of it that's complete, and now you have a really clear vision about the boundaries that you have to put up in order to get to the 10, in order to get to the completion, and to establish something that's going to last, that you've been guided by spirit to, like, it shows you like the outline, it shows you the hierarchy, it shows you the way to build it. And then you're going to get really serious and get to work and take the action toward what it is you need to do. But this is a very practical reading. This is a very like, first we do A, then we do B, and then we do C, and we don't do C until A and B are accomplished. Right? There's a very practical, organized, steadfast way of doing things. And that's the energy. Don't get all, oh, I have to do this now and I have to do that now. Like, just do the one thing in front of you, work like a factory. That's the air signs. Okay. Now I want fruit pie, but there's no place around here that has any fruit pie. They don't. It's too bad. It's good flan. I get good flan. That's air. So after Aquarius is Pisces. So now I'm going to do water. So water is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This is for the full moon in Capricorn. What's coming up for the water signs? Oh, and I have the books available. Tarot Decoded. You could do it digitally. I have the free tarot cheat sheet. And their Shadowwork Tarot book, which you could do digitally or physically. Nancy and I began the classes this week, but if you missed it and you want to like join in, because the first class is really a standalone, it's really numerology, and we taped it so we could send you the taped one because next week on Wednesday we begin the official tarot classes. Oh, happy birthday, Seascape. Happy birthday. I know. Don't you think that I know both of your signs? You know, I know both of your signs. I'm on the 7th of November, but I'm in a little bit of a weird mood, and I was like, what the hell's going on with you today? And then I wanted to check where the moon is in astrology because I want to see if I can plant something, because you always plant. It's best to plant in a water sign. Things are more fertile. And then the backup would be an earth sign, but you don't want to plant when the moon is in air. When the moon is in air, it's good to cut stuff, right? It's in the air. Or a fire sign, right? Because it'll burn it. And I mean, this has been proven scientifically. Anyway, so the moon is in Scorpio. I wanted to check because I want to replant something. And then I was like, well, let me look at the chart. And then I see that Pluto is opposite my moon. It's like, no wonder I'm in a weird mood. No wonder it's like all this stuff I haven't, all this really old shit is coming up. And it's like, what the hell is that? That's why. Anyway. All right, water signs. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. There you get the same one. Okay. And you saw I shuffled. Again, let me show it like this. The 9 of Wands, the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is really lovely. And then the Knight of Cups. So this is really nice. Okay. So here you're running with an idea. It's somewhat completed, and then you had a revelation. You got really clear about how it needs to be fixed or changed or a new project. You're putting up boundaries. Okay. And there's a healing going on. There's a new, either, you meet somebody that's on the same page as you and that they offer the same thing that you offer in a healing, loving, balanced way, or there's part of you, sometimes this can be meeting your own inner self, meeting your own light. So this is what I do every day. I write down, I do my prayers. And then I write down, what does my light desire? What does my light have to tell me? What is my light? And I get a message, And you know what the message was today? Today, the message, I know I used to do the dailies, but I don't anymore. Forgive yourself and forgive your past. It's like, what? Forgive yourself and forgive your past. Because I know for me, there are so many things that I can go through in my mind. Oh, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done that. I really screwed this up, and whatever. We do the best we can do with the information we have at the time. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And sometimes we don't hit the mark. And it's like, but I didn't hit the mark. I need to forgive myself. I didn't do it right. Okay. I can go back in. Right? That's the message I'm getting, Patricia. That's what I got today. And this card, is really sometimes really about the self-forgiveness. It's like allow my own light to come in and forgive. I forgive myself and my own, I don't know, shortcomings. And then I have, the knight in shining armor. And he's the knight in shining armor. That's who he is. That's basically who he is. It's like, I've been looking for you, It's like, sometimes I think like Cinderella, she had like one small foot and one really big one, right? So that's why she didn't fit anyone. So, she had like a size 4 foot and size 11 foot. She's Cinderella though. And he shows up with like a shoe that's like a boat. No wonder it didn't fit anyone. It's like, 'cause she got this big ass foot. Oh, hi, Vicky. Hi, Vicky. So there's a healing involved. I feel like there's something that you ran with. Here we go. There's something that you ran with that you made yours that and then you get really clear about the boundaries you have to put up and the healing that has to happen. And then you take the action on the healing. That's nice. Then you take the action on the healing. That's nice. It's like you got really clear about where you need the healing. Is it physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, financial, whatever combination? And it's like, okay, I'm going to invite my light in, and I'm going to invite in the people also. This could be the people that, have something to offer you, that have a healing, a kindness, an intuition. I'm inviting them in because I put up the boundaries. Mhm. Right. So I'm not inviting in the crazy makers. I'm inviting in the healing, loving people and the healing, loving aspect of myself. And then I take action on it. Beautiful. That's really nice. Okay, that was. I'll give you a separate, Vicky. It's just the three of you, so I'll give you a separate. Okay, that was that, and now we do fire because I did everyone but fire. Overall, it's an interesting. Capricorn is a really solid. It's a really solid sign. It not afraid to work, not afraid to work, not afraid to like move forward. There's an energy of movement with Capricorn, which is really good. There's an energy of like, this isn't working, so I'm going to fix it, right? Not like, oh, I can't fix it. There's not a, Capricorn is like, let's get to work, you know. It's like, let's say you bought a house and it's a mess, like you get a house for like $1, like you see online. And then people left, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to, do it one room at a time. We're going to get a dumpster. I'm going to hire people. I'm going to do what I got to do, you know? Yeah, so tap into that energy, Vicky. You know what I mean? Okay, now it's fire signs. So this is, let's think, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Whoops. 2 of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. Ooh, 2 queens. And the Queen of Swords. Very interesting. Very interesting. All right. Look, so queens, I'm just going to do it like that. Queens are really about patience, right? Queens are about patience. They get the job done, but they know how to get it done. This one, he's balancing something. Okay. So maybe something was, this is for the fire signs, maybe something was taken from you, an idea or something was taken from you. And you let it go. And then you got really clear about what it was about that idea that really can work. And now you're in the process of rebalancing it. Like maybe even through some rough times, but you're going to rebalance yourself with a sense of timing and with a sense of the future. So the more I read tarot, you know, the more it becomes revealed. Both the swords and the wands have this phallic energy, right? And both the swords and the wands are really more masculine because one of them is thought, right? And then the other one is action. Whereas the pentacles are the physical world and the cups are feeling. So, you know, water and earth are more in the feminine aspect, and fire and air are more in the masculine aspect. But you have two queens here, which is the feminine aspect, combining with both of the masculine aspects, rebalancing them. So it's like, let your you know, maybe so this is for the fire signs. Maybe you've been too assertive with something, or too easily angered with something, and now you need to like step back and say, okay, if I put my anger on the side, how can I actually make this work, right? Or the other thing is like maybe I need to like not rely so much on my intellect and rely a little bit more on my feeling in order to like rebalance this. That's the energy. You know, maybe I acted too swiftly, too impulsively. That's the energy. And I think you're going to get clear on that and be able to like go in a second time and make it right. That's what I get. Hi, Kiki. Okay. Now, let's do it. Let's see, how is this energy going to be for Capricorn rising? Okay, let's do that. And then Jeffrey is going to go. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go. I don't know where I'm going. So, you know, it's the rainy season here, and it rains like nearly every day. I have a geranium upstairs. Hi, Jen. I have a geranium upstairs, right? And it's one plant. I'm going to have 18 blooms on one freaking plant. They like the rain. It's insane, I know. And some of my cactus are doing really well. My garden is pretty happy. There's always one or two, they're like, yeah. And it's a bowl geranium, you know what that is? So it really forms like a bowl. And the thing is, like, even, you know, and they're like on each bloom, there's like 10 of them. But even when one of them dies, it still retains its shape. And some of them, they're really cool. Really cool. Someone gave it to me. It's pretty pink too. Okay, this is for Capricorn rising. Let's see what's going on. 1, 2, 3. Wow. Okay, I have the 10 of Pentacles. It's all about money, stability. I have the world again. I have the world again. I have the world on the world. And the rebalancing. Okay. Maybe there's something that's ended with the family, or with the establishment, or with the dynasty, or with the corporation you're involved with. There's something that has ended that you need to like say, okay, we learned that lesson and it's time to move into something new, something forward. Because the thing about the world card that I get a lot lately, it's the last card in the deck. I need to just let that be. I need to just let that be. It's done. Because sometimes we want to go back and it's like, oh, I could fix it. It's like, no, it's done. And now it's time for a new book or a new chapter or it could be a book in the series, right? but there's a certain thing that needs to be let go of because it's done, so that you can move on to the next and not drag the old shit with you. You know, you're not supposed to curse on YouTube, but it's like, I've been trying for 3 years to get 3,000. So like, oh, you know, YouTube recommends that if you do these kind of um, lying videos, you know, your numbers will go up. Well, I can't do that. Okay. This is the angel of healing, right? This is Raphael. So there's an understanding of the past. There's an understanding of the past that you need to rebalance and bring into something new. Because this is the alchemist. The alchemist is all about burning things down to their essence. So I burn down the experience, even if it wasn't such a good experience, say with the family, say with like finances. I burn it down. It's like, this is probably where I went awry. This is probably where I made a left or a right, or this is where, etc. And it's like I see it for what it is. I'm burning it down to its essence, and I'm moving into something new, and I'm going to rebalance it in order to heal. In order to heal. Exactly. Exactly, Vicky. Yeah. Exactly, Vicky. That's exactly what's going on. But you have some really powerful cards here. Really powerful. I have the World twice. The thing is about the World also, it's really interesting. There are the four fixed signs, right? The Leo and Taurus. This is actually Scorpio. It's actually a Phoenix, and this is this is the water bearer. It doesn't seem like it is, but it's the water bearer, which is Aquarius. So there's this energy of the fixed signs have this energy of it's the fixed stars. So they're mid-season, right? And that's how they base all the astrology stuff. It was the beginning, the four corners. Basically, it's the four corners. There's an energy in that card of like something fixed and done, right? Something permanent that, it's permanently done. Like I made something. There's something about the World that I was describing before. It's like an Intarsia box, it's a perfect little box, so like whoever did this, right? Okay, we did the 78 cards. And then, 2 weeks later, it's like, oh, I should have done this to that card. It's like, it's done, right? Let me move on to the next. Instead of like, keep on, oh, and I have to fix it and make it perfect. It's like, as perfect as it is. It's done. And now I have to move into the next phase, into the next inspiration, into the next project, into the next whatever. So, and once I let go of the done, that's when the healing comes in. And the other thing, sorry, um, the crown chakras are lit, right? The crown chakra, and this is the rising sun, right? Here's the path. The path comes out of the intuition toward like the nourishment. Anyway, that is the story. Have a lovely July 4th, everyone. Eat as many fruit pies as you want to. I wish I were there. A cherry pie? Mm-hmm. All right. So Jen, the way I did it was I did for a general, and then I went through, I did earth, air, fire, water, not in that order, another order. And that's how I did it. So go back and watch and enjoy. And if you want to join the tarot class, we only did the first week, so you can join. You can still join because Nancy and I taped it. And Nancy's feeling much better, thank God. And they're on Wednesdays at 7 Central. And I have books available. I'm offering readings. I'm having a special on 12-month readings, so go to my site. And that's it. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the day. I should probably go back and work on the thing that I need to work on. But I'll see how far I get. I'll see how far I get. And have a hot dog for me. You know what's delicious on a hot dog? Raw onion. You dice raw onion and you put it on a hot dog with mustard. Perfect. Perfect. The other thing that's really good on a hot dog, mustard, fresh coleslaw. Fresh coleslaw on it makes it fresh. It's different than sauerkraut. Really good on a hot dog, just so you know. That's it. It's good. It's good. It's good. Yeah. Coleslaw on a hot dog. Raw onion on a hot dog. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Blessings. Have a lovely July 4th. Enjoy. See you soon. If you want a reading, let me know. If you want to join the class, let me know. And God bless all of you. I know all of you. And God bless all of you. Thank you all for showing up so regularly. I really appreciate it. And see you soon. Bye.